What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. All right, check this out. I wanted to make a quick video talking about my experience so far with day one of the Xbox Series X. Okay. Now, here's the deal. When I was making my decision as to which console I was gonna get, I was I was trying to be as logical as possible as to what's gonna meet my needs, right? And I hope you did the same thing. So if you got a PS5, you got an Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X, I hope, or if you didn't get any right now, I hope you're doing it based off your needs, right? I hope you didn't do it based off of what somebody else was telling you or some hype or whatever, right? So here's the deal. You can make fun of me all you want, but yes, I bought a $500 console, next gen console, to play older games. Okay. But here's the deal. This is what I want you to understand. I experienced this the first time I played on PC. The first game I played on PC was Far Cry 3. And I played it on 1050 Ti. And I remember my mind being blown as to how good this game looked and how well it ran, and playing the game at 60 frames. I couldn't believe that there was gamers that played it on the PlayStation and played it on the 360, while there was PC gamers that played the same game at at a better quality. That to me just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Now, when Microsoft mentioned the backwards compatibility of the Xbox Series X, and they mentioned how the games were going to look better and were going to run better, even if it's just by a little bit, that to me enticed me because that makes sense to me. Then they put icing on the cake when they talked about Game Pass. You already know I'm not paying over $20 for a game. I've been mentioning this before even Game Pass came out. So when they said $15 a month and I get over 100 games that I could play, I'm going to pay for online anyways. So I might as well pay for online and get some perks with it. So now I get over 100 games that I could play. It's more than that because now EA is on board. So it's like 190 games that I could play. Plus, I get to play on my phone if I want to, and I get to play on my computer if I want to. It just made too much sense. But the icing on the cake, or the final nail in the hammer, whatever you want, the nail in the coffin, whatever you want to say, was when I booted up my Xbox Series X. And listen to this. This is gonna drive you crazy. I downloaded Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2. That's overkill for that system. But when I'm telling you, I just played for like about 3 hours Gears of War 2, and I had an amazing time playing on the Xbox Series X because it's crisp. I don't know what they upscaled it to, but it's upscaled to something because it looks better than it did on my Xbox One S. And it runs at a stable, I don't know if it's 60 or what it is, but it's definitely whatever frame rate it's running at is definitely smooth and is definitely stable. Gears of War 2 is a very action-packed game, a lot of gunfire, a lot of grenades being thrown everywhere. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised this game came out for the 360. It must have been horrible. It must have been horrible. It must have been stuttering like crazy. But on the Xbox Series X, this thing is running buttery smooth. It's ridiculous. This is the experience that I wanted. As soon as I saw Gears of War running on the Xbox Series X, I was satisfied. So you know what I did? I went ahead and I downloaded every other game that I have not played yet. And the reason Xbox makes sense to me this generation is because for the past two generations, I've been with Sony. So I played those Sony's exclusives. I had a PS3, never had a 360. I had a PS4, I had an Xbox One S, but I didn't really play it. But all the 360 games, I never really got into them because I never really played them. All the Xbox games, I never really got into them. I never really played them. So right now, and even then, there's cross-platform games that I just never got to play. I'm like a casual gamer, but if you can even call me that. So I got Gears of War 2, right? I got Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4, Gears of War 5, all downloading, right? I got the Halo Master Chief Collection. I got to finish that. That's downloading. I got Hellblade, Quantum Break, The Witcher 3. What else? Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth. What else I got? Quantum Break, right? I'm naming bangers. I'm naming good games. Sony fans, yes, it's not a Last of Us. Got it. Yes, they're not Uncharted. Got it. Trust me, I'm an Uncharted fan. Uncharted is my franchise. The Last of Us was an amazing game. Still got to get The Last of Us 2. But these are still bangers of games that I'm mentioning that I'm downloading. So I leave you with this. I hope you got what you wanted. If you got a PS5, you better be playing Miles Morales or Demon Souls, because that's what the PS5 is providing for you. Those next gen or as close to next gen titles. Microsoft is providing you value with Game Pass. So if you got an Xbox Series X and you didn't get Game Pass, I don't know what you're doing. If you got a PS5 and you don't got Miles Morales or Demon Souls, I don't know what you're doing. Unless you're just playing sports games and that's just the type of person you are, then that to each his own. But I don't know. I hope you got what you wanted. Dog 1985, yo, there's levels to this. And right now, I'm satisfied. We out. Peace.